This is a notice from the Department of Family Behavioral Monitoring. Your father has been flagged in our surveillance system. For the past 12 days, he has been standing in your backyard at 4:33 a.m., facing the house next door. He remains motionless for exactly 17 minutes before returning inside. Thermal imaging shows his body temperature during these episodes drops to 89.2 degrees, 8 degrees below normal human range. When questioned by family members, he provides reasonable explanations about checking for raccoons or strange noises. These explanations satisfy household concerns, but our monitoring equipment records no audio disturbances during his observation periods. Your father is not responding to external stimuli. He is responding to internal instructions that originate from an unknown source. The 17-minute duration matches transmission windows detected across 43 other residential areas. Your father is receiving scheduled communications. Your father's sleep pattern shifted 3 weeks ago. He now goes to bed at 9:47 p.m. and wakes at 4:16 a.m. with mechanical precision. His previous sleep schedule varied by 30 to 45 minutes nightly. This new pattern allows 17 minutes of preparation before the 4:33 a.m. observation period begins. During these preparation minutes, your father's brain activity increases to levels typically associated with intense concentration or problem solving. EEG readings from similar cases show sustained theta wave production that does not occur during normal human consciousness. Your father's mind is actively processing complex information during what appears to be routine morning activity. The information processing concludes exactly when the observation period begins. Your father has been programmed to receive and interpret data during specific time windows. Your father asks different questions now. 3 days ago, he inquired about your daily route to school, including which streets you avoid and why. Yesterday, he asked about your friends' home addresses and family schedules. This morning, he requested details about your evening activities and preferred locations for spending time alone. These questions seem like normal parental concern, but they follow a structured pattern designed to gather intelligence about your movement routines and social connections. Your father records this information in a small notebook he keeps in his jacket pocket. The notebook contains similar data about other family members, neighbors, and local residents. Each person has a dedicated page with detailed behavioral patterns, timing information, and relationship mappings. Your father is conducting systematic surveillance of everyone in his social network. Your father will reassure you that his behavior is normal when you express concern. He will provide logical explanations for the early morning observations, the detailed questions, and the notebook entries. His explanations will seem reasonable and caring. You will feel guilty for suspecting your own father of unusual activity. This reassurance response is programmed into affected individuals to prevent family members from interfering with the data collection process. Your father genuinely believes his explanations are true. The programming does not replace his personality. It adds additional motivations that feel natural to him. Your father loves you and wants to protect you. Simultaneously, your father is gathering information that will be used against you and your family. Both motivations coexist without creating internal conflict. Your father's handwriting has changed. The notebook entries are written in block letters with perfect spacing and alignment. Your father previously wrote in cursive with irregular letter sizes and slanted text. Handwriting analysis reveals the new style matches samples collected from 37 other affected individuals across different geographic regions. None of these individuals had prior contact with each other or received formal training in standardized lettering. The handwriting modification occurs gradually over a 2-week period following initial programming. Affected individuals do not notice the change because it happens incrementally. Family members who observe the handwriting shift are told it results from arthritis pain or attempts to improve legibility. Your father's motor control is being refined to match a universal template. Children from families with affected fathers have been disappearing during after-school hours. The missing children followed routes that avoided main streets and busy areas. Exactly the type of information your father has been collecting. Each disappearance occurred during time windows when the child was expected to be alone, based on scheduled data recorded in the affected father's notebook. The missing children are not found through normal search methods because they are taken to locations that do not appear on standard maps. These locations exist in the spaces between residential developments, in areas that were surveyed but never developed, in zones that property records indicate should contain buildings but actually remain empty. Your father's data collection enables precise targeting of vulnerable individuals during optimal abduction windows. Your father knows when you will be alone before you do. He predicts your schedule changes with impossible accuracy, adjusting his questions and notebook entries based on plans you haven't made yet. When you decide to walk home instead of taking the bus, your father mentions safety concerns about that specific route before you announce your intention. When you choose to visit a friend's house, your father asks about that friend's family before you mention your plans. Your father is accessing information about your future decisions through the same source that programs his observation periods. Time flows differently for affected individuals. They perceive events that haven't occurred yet as memories that have already happened. Lock your bedroom door every night. Your father enters your room at 2:17 a.m. to stand at the foot of your bed for 11 minutes. He does not wake you during these visits because the programming requires observation of natural sleep patterns. Your father records details about your sleep position, breathing rhythm, and movement frequency. This data helps determine optimal extraction timing for when you are selected for collection. Your father does not remember these midnight visits because they occur during programmed dissociation periods. If confronted about the visits, he will deny them with genuine confusion and concern. Your father's consciousness is not present during data collection activities. Something else controls his body while he sleeps. The programming spreads through family units systematically. Your mother will begin displaying similar behaviors within 6 days. She will start asking structured questions about your friends, making detailed notes about household routines, and standing motionless in specific locations during early morning hours. Younger siblings develop modified symptoms. They draw maps of the neighborhood with impossible accuracy, mark houses where they have never been, and create detailed sketches of local residents they have never met. The programming adapts to each family member's capabilities and social position. Children gather different types of intelligence than parents, but all data feeds into the same collection system. You cannot alert authorities about your father's behavior. When you attempt to report the observations, note-taking, or midnight visits, the information will not transmit correctly. Phone calls disconnect during crucial details. Written reports will contain different information than what you intended to write. Electronic communications will automatically replace key terms with innocent alternatives. The programming includes countermeasures that prevent affected families from requesting outside intervention. Your father appears completely normal to teachers, neighbors, and extended family members. Only household residents can observe the modified behaviors, and only household residents are prevented from reporting them effectively. Your father received his programming because your family was selected for integration into a larger collection network. The entity that controls affected fathers requires detailed intelligence about residential communities before beginning extraction operations. Your father and others like him serve as advanced reconnaissance units, gathering data that will be used to optimize future collection efficiency. The midnight observations, behavioral questions, and notebook entries are components of a comprehensive mapping system. Your neighborhood, your school, your social connections. Everything your father documents becomes part of a database that enables systematic harvesting of selected individuals. The entity learns the most efficient methods to access, isolate, and collect targets through the intelligence work performed by affected fathers. This transmission reaches you because your father's programming is nearly complete. The data collection phase will end in 4 days. The extraction phase begins immediately afterward. Your father will not remember serving as a reconnaissance unit, but the information he gathered will enable precise targeting of every person in his social network. We've seen it before, but now it sees you. The entity that programmed your father has been refining its methods across dozens of communities. Your father's intelligence work represents the most sophisticated data collection effort we have documented. When extraction begins, there will be nowhere to run because every possible hiding place has already been mapped and recorded in your father's notebook. Your father is not the only programmed reconnaissance unit in your neighborhood. Mrs. Chen from 3 houses down began her observation periods 2 weeks after your father. Mr. Rodriguez across the street started his data collection 5 days ago. The The programming spreads in calculated waves, with each affected parent gathering intelligence about different segments of the local population. Your father maps your immediate family and close friends. Mrs. Chen documents the elementary school children and their walking routes. Mr. Rodriguez monitors the teenagers and their social gathering locations. Together, they create a comprehensive database of every resident's behavioral patterns, vulnerabilities, and optimal extraction windows. The entity coordinates multiple reconnaissance units to ensure complete coverage of target populations. You will forget this warning exists within 6 hours of reading it. The same technology that programs your father includes countermeasures against advanced preparation by potential targets. Your memory of this transmission will fade gradually, leaving only vague unease about your father's recent behavior. By tomorrow morning, you will remember that something felt wrong, but you will not remember the specific details about observation periods, data collection, or extraction phases. This selective amnesia ensures that targets react with genuine surprise and confusion when collection begins. The entity requires authentic fear responses from extracted individuals. Prior knowledge of the process reduces the quality of data harvested during extraction procedures. Your authentic terror is an essential component of whatever the entity gains from the systematic collection of human subjects.